Good afternoon, my dear students.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Mr. Basandis.
Welcome to the criminal law course. Give me a sec. Okay. I'm gonna start to share the screen. So give me a sec. Okay. Can everyone see this my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Well,
teacher.
let's start with this. With the time, the evolution of the man, okay, has to be with his mind and thinking. The man, for example, in the evolution, start using to eat raw leaves, insects, and animals, as his food. But later, what happened? Well, they discover on fire, and they learn that the tastier food is better, cook it. So then, they start using the skin animals, to cover his body. They use caves to protect themselves, from the extremities of the climatic conditions. But what happened? What happened many years later? Okay, well, from real leaves, the men go to pizzas, okay, or burgers, or from the fire, they go to the microwave ovens, or from animal skins to pigeons or river shoes. Okay. But with the time, they discover all these things, and the man was looking for luxuries. Okay. And they want more and more and more until they decide to start to committing crimes to get sometimes everything that they would like to get. So I would like to ask you, what is for you a crime? What is a crime?
Well, I think that crime is a transgression or omission. It's like an offense done by a person which is against the laws of a country or maybe a state.
Yeah. Somebody else?
It could be a person who doesn't do what is correct to do.
Okay, yeah. And thank you, Jimena and Nayeli. So what types of crimes do you have, or do you think that exist?
Robbery.
Robbery, yeah, could be one of them. What else?
Murder.
Murder,
Assaulting.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rape, yes.
Extortion.
rape, exactly. We have some of them. Like burglary, okay, or robbery, that is different, it's or another kind of robbery, bank robberies, or drunken driving could be another type of crime, or rape, okay, or this that is really important, really delicate, neglect child, okay, or failure to pay taxes, okay, or murder. This is some of the type of crimes that we have or that exist. Okay? So let's see a video, pay attention on it, and then after this, I would like to make a little quiz for you. Okay, so
Yes, teacher.
okay,
Yes.
just let me know can you hear it. Okay.
Defining crime presents us with a series of difficulties and complexities because what we consider to be crime is a social construction. It's dynamic, contested and contingent. In other words, what is crime, in inverted commas, varies over time and place. It isn't a universally agreed fact or a constant. It's a socially constructed and shifted reality. So, for example, the definition of crime in the UK has expanded and contracted over time to include and to exclude different behaviours. A useful example of this is homosexuality, which was criminal until the 1960s, whereupon it was legalised, decriminalised, and no longer formed part of the definition of crime, in inverted commas, because it wasn't a crime. Another example would be youth crime. Up until 1998, youth crime was constituted by criminal behaviours committed by young people aged predominantly from 14 to 17. In 1998, the age of criminal responsibility was effectively lowered to 10. So all of a sudden, 10, 11, 12 and 13-year-olds were officially capable of being recognised as young offenders. And so the category of youth crime expanded, net widened. So when behaviours are added or removed to a definition, that definition inherently changes. And that's a difficulty if we want to seek an agreed, consistent definition of crime. It's also the case that what constitutes criminal behaviour differs cross-culturally. So what we consider crime in the UK may not be exactly what's considered crime in other parts of the world. The difficulty here, or the tension here, is when we try to explain crime. If we're looking for, as lots of many theorists have looked, for universal definitions of crime, so they can produce universal explanations of crime. And it simply isn't possible because crime is so dynamic.
Okay, guys, we have here a little quiz to answer. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes and then we check it together, okay? Okay, guys, let's see the answers. Who can help me with the first one? The first basically is to complete a question.
Me, teacher.
Okay, Dalia, please.
Well, what is considered crane change? I think is the letter B over time.
Exactly. It's letter B, over time. Thank you, Dalia. Who can help me with us with the next one?
Me.
Me.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Okay, it's the letter A,
Letter A. Okay,
60s.
the 60s. Exactly. Yeah. That's the homosexual identification, was legalized. Okay, so the next one,
Me.
Fernando.
Teacher. Sorry.
Me?
Okay, Fernando and then Wendy. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So, you use crimes. It's letter B, 14.
14. Let's see. Yes, exactly. So the next one.
Okay. If the little A is true.
Okay. Okay. Are you sure, Wendy? Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay. And the last one. Who can help me with the last one? Michael, please.
What is the universal definition of crime? A universal definition of crime does not exist.
Exactly. Does not exist. Okay. Well, exactly. It's letter C. Well, when we talk about crime, we need to understand, that the term crime is derived from the Latin word crimen, meaning offense and also wrongdoer. Okay. When we talk about crime, we need to understand that it's a public wrong. Okay. It is an act of offense which violates the law of the state and is strongly disapproved by the society. And here we have some examples, okay, of crimes again, like a murder, or when we talk about a rape, or shooting, or robbery. All these acts, I said again, is disapproved. Okay, is something that is not agreed in the society. Okay, but that's why there exists something that help us, to fight, with the crime. That is the criminology. But what is criminology? Well, criminology is the scientific study of the nature, extents, causes, and control of criminal behavior in both the individual and in society is called criminology. Okay. So that's why that we need to understand the elements of crimes. Because when we think on crime, we need to look for the origin of the problem. Because there is a problem, and we need to look for what happened, before the crime. So that's why there exists elements like desire. That is the first one. Somebody that got to get an act of crime, the first thing that happened in his mind is, or in his feel, or his or her feelings, is desire. And then is the ability to do it. But then the third one is to look for the opportunity. When a person has these elements, well, at this point, the individual can commit a crime. Okay. When all these three elements that are all combined, okay, pay attention. because it's really dangerous. Okay. There are two concepts to understand a little better that when the person or the individual, go to commit a crime. The first one is the mens rea. What is mens rea? Well, this expression in Latin means guilty mind. Okay, for a crime to be committed, a criminal intention is an essential element. Okay, so the first thing is when the person starts thinking about it. Okay, we don't know the reasons, but probably, okay, because we need to understand the actus rea. Okay, that is when a person got to the act. Okay, so in Latin means guilty act. So now is when the person can injure or hurt somebody. For example, okay, they can injure or hurt physical or mental somebody. In this case, a murder is a physical damage. Well, so now, there is another point that we need to understand, that is called preliminary crimes. Preliminary crimes, and Fernando, can you read us first the first paragraph?
Yes, attempt is a law in most states where an attempt to commit a crime is as serious as if it was committed.
Exactly. Michael, can you read us please the next?
Yes. To be convicted of attempt requires that the accused must have both intended to commit a crime and taken some substantial steps toward committing that crime.
Okay, thank you. When somebody had the intention to commit a crime, it's hard for a court, to punish somebody because this person at the time only had the intention. But there are another situation that the court, even there was an intention, the court can punish this person. For example, okay, attempt of murder. It's not necessary, to complete the crime to punish this person. Okay, only with the attempt is enough reason to punish this person. Okay, so that's why an attempt to commit a crime, okay, is considered as a preliminary crime. Okay, and now everything, like I said at the beginning, everything has an origin. Okay, so then we have the completion of crime. Okay, the criminal completes the crime. A suspect is guilty of an offense only if he or she succeeds in his or her criminal activity. For example, if somebody, successful completion of a murder, what happened at this time? Well, they have the end of crime. Okay. So, guys, we have here a little reader comprehension about all this. Okay, I'm gonna give you again another few minutes, and then we continue with another activities. Okay.
Okay.
I have another And I have another 2 parts. So let me know when I can go to the next one, please. Okay. There are 10 questions. So let me know when you are ready to the next page. Are you ready for the next page?
Yes, please.
Yes, teacher.
Well, before to pass to the next page, if you are ready with this, let's check the answers. So, Anna, do you have the answer about the first one?
Yes. Which of these is not an example of a crime? Letter C. Going to school early.
Exactly. That is not a crime. Okay. Or probably the kids think that it's a crime, but it's not. Okay. Okay. Well, the second one, Fernando.
Yes, crime is considered as letter C, antisocial behavior.
Antisocial behavior. Exactly. Okay. Michael, please, can you help us with number 3?
Yeah, sure. When would committing a crime be considered legal? When it's self-defense.
Exactly. Letter B, when it's self-defense. Okay. So the next one, Dalia.
Yes, teacher. What does it means real mean? Letter C, guilty mind.
Okay, let's see. Yes, letter C. Okay. So again, I'm gonna give you a minute, okay, and then let's check together. Okay, Nayeli, do you have the number 5?
Yes, teacher. For the commission of crime, and the first important stage is criminal intention, letter A.
Criminal intention, right? Exactly. Thank you. Wendy, do you have the number 6?
Yes, teacher. If the crime intentional isn't needed, is a little B, pure preparation.
Exactly. Prior preparation is needed. Good, excellent. Jimena, you have number 7?
Yes, an attempt to commit a crime is considered as a letter A, preliminary crime.
Exactly, preliminary crime. Okay, thank you. So now, let me see. What happened? Well, let me check. Well, let's work on these definitions, okay? This glossary. I think that probably the last page is in the next slide. Sorry about that. Okay, so do you recognize any of these words or terms? For example, like with the first one, crime. What is crime in Spanish?
Crimen.
Crimen, exactly. Or law. This is important. Lay. This is important to you guys, okay? You need to increase your vocabulary, okay, on this specialty, okay? So crime rate.
Tasa de criminalidad, teacher.
Tasa de criminalidad. Exactly. Concept of crime. Easy.
I think is concepto de crimen.
Okay, concepto de crimen. So the offense.
Ofensa, también puede ser delito, crimen.
Ofensa, delito, crimen. So burglary.
Robo.
Robo. Criminal intention. I think that one is
Intención criminal.
intención criminal. Fine.
Multa.
Multa. Exactly.
Es multa.
Okay. And guilty mind.
Mente culpable.
Mente culpable. So finally, murder.
Asesinato.
Asesinato. Okay. Yes. Well, exist different causes of crime. Okay. For example, we have social causes, economic causes, psychological causes, biological causes, or geographical causes. But the most important causes for me, start at home. Is where everything starts. Okay. So let's see a video like conclusion. Okay. And give me a sec. Sorry, give me a second. Sorry. Okay.